Good morning. Welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Friday. Hashtag Fun Friday. Today's Red Mic message. It's about the team that nobody wanted. Every leader eventually has to make a choice. Do you build a team based on resumes or based on potential? That's the real story behind, well, not my favorite sports movie, but one of my top, probably 3 or 4. It's from the movie The Replacements. Coach Jimmy McGinty, during a strike season where he had to hire replacement players, went looking for something that the other coaches were ignoring. He looked for people with unfinished stories. McGinty's roster looked like a collection of bad decisions. There was Shane Falco, haunted by a disastrous bowl game. Clifford Franklin, who could outrun anyone but couldn't catch the football reliably. Danny Bateman, yes, my Bateman jersey, yes. Danny Bateman, whose intensity scared his own teammates. Nigel Gruff, a Welsh soccer player trying to become an American football kicker. Brian Murphy, the deaf tight end, everyone underestimated, and a handful of other cast-offs everyone else had already dismissed. McGinty didn't recruit perfection, he recruited potential. I look at you and I see 2 men, the man you are and the man you ought to be. Someday, those 2 will meet. McGinty understood something we often forget. The biggest obstacle is often not talent. It's what you believe about yourself. When things go wrong, it's easy to pull back and spiral. As Falco famously described that feeling of sinking under pressure. You're playing and you think everything is going fine, and then one thing goes wrong and then another and another. You try to fight back, but the harder you fight, the deeper you sink, like quicksand. Isn't that true for many of us? I mean, we all know people who introduce themselves by their biggest failure or who have accepted someone else's opinion as permanent truth. When Falco hesitated to step up, McGinty didn't sugarcoat it. He said, winners always want the ball when the game is on the line. Falco ends up saying that later in the movie. Now, early in the movie, he also asked, he asked Falco what separates winners from losers. Falco sarcastically said, the score. McGinty set him straight. He said, no, getting back on the horse after getting kicked in the teeth. To me, the beauty of this movie is that no one magically becomes somebody else. Shane doesn't suddenly become someone else. Bateman doesn't lose his wild fire. Clifford doesn't instantly become a Hall of Famer. Instead, each player becomes the best version of who they already were. And starting quarterback Martell, he just became a bigger jerk. Too often we spend our time trying to fix people. Great leaders don't erase personalities. They remove obstacles. They don't ask, how do I change this person? They ask, what is keeping this person from becoming who they're capable of being? Coach Jimmy McGinty said, a real man admits his fears. And that's what I'm asking you to do here tonight. His players weren't polished, but man, they were a team. As Falco told the huddle towards the end of the game, right before they come back to win it all. And yes, that is a spoiler, but it's a 20-year-old movie, so that's on you, not on me. He said, I wish I could say something classy and inspirational, but that just wouldn't be our style. Pain heals, chicks dig scars, glory lasts forever. And when that game ended, the season ended for those scab players. And there was no ticker tape parade, no shoe endorsements, no cereal boxes. Just a locker to clean out and a ride home to catch. But as McGinty noted, what they didn't know was that their lives had been changed forever because they had been part of something great. And greatness, no matter how brief, stays with a man. Every athlete dreams of a second chance, and these men lived it. I think that's why that movie has stuck with me for so long. It reminds me that almost everyone I meet has an unfinished story. The employee who seems checked out, the friend who's lost confidence, the family member who thinks it's too late, even sometimes the person staring back from the mirror. So don't let your worst day become your identity. Look for potential before perfection. Remember to develop people instead of simply evaluating. Because every team needs stars, but every team also needs steady, dependable people who quietly hold everything together. The labels others give you don't have to become the story that you live. Jimmy McGinty didn't build the best football team. He built the team that nobody else wanted. And sometimes that's exactly where greatness begins. That's today's Red Mike message. That's today's #FunFriday post. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're able to get some use out of these things. That's why I do it every Monday through Friday, about 7 a.m. or so. I love you guys. I would really appreciate a like, a follow, and a share. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Go out there today, have a fantastic day, and then go out and have a fantastic weekend. I know I'm going to. I'll see you again Monday, and don't forget, as always, life is short. Drink the bourbon.